Murray Gold is returning to Doctor Who. That's a phrase that I know a lot of people have been wanting to hear for a very long time, and now it has been officially confirmed. So Murray Gold was the composer on Doctor Who for the whole of the first RTD era and also for the whole of the Moffat era, so all of Doctor Who from 2005 to 2017, and all of the music from Doctor Who Series 1 to Doctor Who Series 10, all of which has been commercially released, apart from Series 10. Where is it, Murray? Give us the soundtrack. But yes, Murray was responsible for so much Doctor Who music, so much great Doctor Who music, so many fan favourites, cues and themes, themes for the Doctor, for all of the Doctors from 9 through to 12, music for the Daleks, for the Cybermen, for Unit, for all of the companions from Series 1 through to 10, Bill's theme, Amy's theme, Clara's theme, Rosa's theme, Donna's theme. So many fantastic themes and leitmotifs and cues from Murray, such a massive body of work. Obviously, he's been away from the show for 6 years now, but now he's returning to the show alongside Russell T Davies to score music, at least for the 60th specials in November and possibly beyond. The press release isn't too clear, but let's take a look at it and see what we can kind of work out. Award-winning composer Murray Gold returns to Doctor Who. The composer's musical scores will appear when Doctor Who returns in November. Murray Gold originally joined Doctor Who when Russell T Davies first revived the show in 2005. Going on to compose the show for over 12 years, he has scored some of the most iconic moments in Doctor Who's history. From revamping the theme tune to creating the music for the Daleks and Cybermen, to name just a few, Murray has been widely celebrated for his role in forging a new musical identity for the show. And now he's back. Murray Gold will once again work with the BBC National Orchestra of Wales, with his musical scores appearing when Doctor Who returns in November for 3 special episodes celebrating the show's 60th anniversary with David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, before Ncuti Gatwa takes control of the TARDIS as the 15th Doctor, with his first episode airing over the festive period. On returning to Doctor Who, Murray Gold says, "I'm so happy to be invited back for another joyful ride in the TARDIS. I didn't think twice. Working with Russell and his team is just a pleasure." And then they've also released a video on the official social media channels of Murray, who actually is quite a bit older now. It's kind of weird to see him that bit older, alongside the BBC National Orchestra of Wales. So, presumably that was shot, today or last week or sometime relatively recently, and they've presumably just kind of started doing the recording for the 60th anniversary specials. Obviously that music must have been written quite far in advance now, and this must have been under wraps and been in the works for quite a long time. But yeah, it's very, very exciting to think that that music is currently being recorded as we speak. So the prospect of Murray returning to the show had been kind of mooted for a long time. Like I say, fans have been kind of speculating about it, sort of almost expecting it really to be announced any day now. Expecting him to come back for the 60th, because obviously we've got Russell back, we've got David Tennant back, we've got Catherine Tate back, and Donna has her own leitmotif that, I suppose, come to think of it, was established way back in The Runaway Bride in Christmas 2006. It's like 17 years ago, which is absolutely mad. But yeah, you've got those characters, you've got the Doctor's theme, established way back in Series 1, in one of those early episodes of Series 1, and obviously other stuff, since then, like the Doctor Forever, these kind of themes, for the Doctor, for the 9th and 10th Doctors that kind of evolved over time, and just that general soundscape, Donna's theme kind of coming back into it in Series 4 as well, all of that music, all those sounds, and that was such a huge part of those characters and of the original, Tennant and Tate era, and so to have that back is just a wonderful thing. I think a lot of people kind of say there wasn't really any other option than to do this, or to at least have those themes in there. Maybe you could have had the themes used by some other composer and it could have been licensed in that way. But the fact that Murray's coming back, to use the original themes that he created, presumably, that's not been confirmed, but I would be very, very surprised if it didn't happen. But yes, kind of to recreate that soundscape, but obviously with some sort of modern day twist, no doubt, as well, it means we're literally going to be getting, beat for beat, that soundscape from back in the day. And for those 60th episodes in particular, I think that is really, really important and really special and really wonderful news. Now, since I started recording this video, the BBC have confirmed that Murray is not just back for the 60th, but also for series beyond, so he's back for good. And I kind of have slightly different thoughts on that, maybe slightly more reservations, about having him back full time. I've said in the first half of this video, yes, it's great to have him back. It's great to have him for the 60th. That really makes sense. And yes, it does make sense to have him back for more episodes and more series beyond that as well, in a manner of speaking. I suppose it means we're going to be getting a great companion theme for Ruby Sunday, a very memorable theme, in the vein of the old themes we got back in the day, the ones I've mentioned. We're going to be getting themes for, I don't know, like Kate Stewart and Units, for things like that politician guy, Roger William, whatever. For the slug creature, maybe that's going to get its own leitmotif. But yeah, I kind of feel going forward with Murray, it is maybe not the best decision, maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean we're going to get, bad stuff, far from it. I think what we're going to get from Murray going forward is, probably going to be his best work yet, really, because of all of the work he's done, not only on Doctor Who, but since Doctor Who as well, on stuff like Years and Years, Last Tango in Halifax, I think he did that as well. It's a Sin, Russell Shows, obviously. So I'm not kind of denying that Murray's up to it. Of course he's up to it. This is Murray Gold we're talking about. But just in the terms of, not kind of bringing in new voices or new styles or new people to work on the show, in terms of bringing back someone who worked on the show for 17 years, it was a long stint. Probably some people would say he stayed too long, perhaps, originally. I don't know, make your own mind up on that. I think by the end of that initial stint, he was certainly kind of ready to not give it up, but to move on. So, yeah, kind of mixed feelings on him being back for good. I can't lie. I think having him back for the 60th is absolutely the right decision. I think, if it did anything else other than that, that would have kind of been a hard pill to swallow, for a lot of people. I think at the very least, they had to have those old themes back, for Donna, for the Doctor, whatever. And you can't really have those old themes back without the guy that made those themes in the first place. So, yeah, I can kind of very easily get on board with having him back for the 60th and having back that soundscape as well. The big orchestral sound, which is obviously quite different to what we've had in some of the episodes of more recent years, some of the seasons with Sagan's style of kind of a more synthy, ambient type thing. I can see that really working and really kind of tapping all those buttons for nostalgia and stuff for people that grew up with the first RTD era. And then moving forward, with series 14 and 15 and whatever, and the future of the show and having him back for good, slightly more mixed feelings on that, but I don't deny that the work we are going to get, his theme for Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, his theme for Ruby Sunday, etc, etc. Not denying that that's all going to be fantastic. Of course it is, it's going to be great. But I think it's a shame to not have a new composer after the 60th, kind of have him kind of staying on. I'm not quite so sure about that. I think the one thing that I would say overall is that if we don't now get the Series 10 soundtrack at some point or another, what the hell is going on? I'm sure, I really do hope that we do get it now that he's back on the show full time. I suppose the fact that he is working on the show full time kind of means that maybe he won't have as much time to prep an album of music from a series that took place 5 years ago. But yeah, I really do hope, if nothing else, that we can kind of get that at some point sooner rather than later, because it has been a rather long wait. Those are my thoughts on Murray Gold's return to Doctor Who, but what are your thoughts on all of this? Are you happy to see Murray back, and are you happy to see him back, for good, full time? Or do you think, like me maybe, that he should have maybe just stuck around for the 60th? Whatever your thoughts, please make them known down in the comments section below. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well for more stuff like this in the future. But otherwise, until the next one, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now.